Three, two, one. Command has been given. Crank him up.
Let's go. When I say I don't know, I don't know.
Let's go, baby.
Now, the morning drive.
Buckle up, everybody.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It's a game changer.
I listen to you guys every single day on my way to work.
Well, again, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on the radio.
You guys are amazing.
What are you doing over there?
I'm going to the top.
The morning drive with Mike Bagley and Pete Pistone.
To the bat balls.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90, live and on the air for this Monday morning, June 5th, 2023. Mike Bagley here in Del Marvelous Studio 1D. We've got Pistol Pete Pistone in the Paisan Palace in Chicago. Sammy and Davey are in Studio 134 of the Beltway Bureau in our nation's capital. We welcome each and every one of you to this Monday morning and happy day one of the work week to you, Triple P.
Good morning, Bagman. Good morning, everybody. Ready to roll here on a Monday here in a brand new week on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio after a very busy weekend of racing, capped off by a long and strange day just outside St. Louis.
Yesterday in the Enjoy Illinois 300, 3 red flags stopped the race, 1 for lightning for an hour and 45 minutes, the other 2 for accident cleanup, 5 restarts in the final 40-plus laps to settle it, and at day's end, it was Kyle Busch celebrating in victory lane.
From Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Everybody up and on their feet, waving to the field as they come off turn number 4. It is sold out here. Green flag just moments away, and it's in the air, and we are underway. Kyle Busch in the Chevrolet alongside Ryan Blaney in the Ford Mustang. They head to 1 for the first time.
The advantage goes to Kyle Busch on the inside by about a half a car length. He hugs the bottom, trying to clear Blaney. He'll get that done at the exit of turn number 2. Blaney to the lead as they're crashing in the back. Martin Truex, or rather Bubba Wallace, gets turned around. Check that. I'll give it a third try. It's Tyler Reddick in the McDonald's machine. He's going the wrong way. Fires it up. Cuts a donut. He's on his way as we go under caution.
You hit the master switch?
All good now.
Yeah, copy. I'm just confirming when you shifted, you hit it.
There's been a lightning strike over behind the main grandstand area.
2 hours later.
They are starting the engine.
Hit the Geico restart zone, and we're racing again at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Fans rise to their feet. Kyle Busch on the outside lane, Ryan Blaney downstairs. Here he comes up off of the corner on the back bumper of Ryan Preece's machine. Will he put Preece a lap down? The answer will be no. Green and white checkered flag is out as stage number 1 comes to an end. Stage 2 is much longer than stage number 1 as the green flag goes back in the air and the field shuffles up to the corner.
Kyle Busch quickly away with the lead. The battle will be second. Blaney down low. Oh, one car gets turned. Around it into the outside wall goes Michael McDowell. Tries to fire it up as everybody squeezes by on the inside. Single car spin. Michael McDowell up against the safer barrier in turn 2.
Oh, it's hit. I don't know how bad.
Nobody giving an inch. It's about 5 car lengths back to the third place machine of Denny Hamlin. Again now, Blaney shoves Kyle Busch up the racetrack. New leader, Kyle Blaney to the Ryan Blaney to the back straightaway. Trouble turn 1, and you jinxed him. Carson Hocevar slides up, wallops the outside safer barrier on entry into turn 1.
Blaney with a big wiggle off turn number 4. Here comes Kyle Busch. Coming to the green and white checkered flag and the end of the stage. Ryan Blaney will get there first. Ryan Blaney wins stage number 2 in front of Kyle Busch, who will be second. Green goes back in the air. Reddick on the outside lane. Inside occupied by William Byron.
Here they come down into turn number 1, 3 wide, back around the tail end of the top 10. But at the front, William Byron is away with the lead. Denny Hamlin to the inside on Reddick for second. Trouble turn 1 into the outside wall. Tyler Reddick may have been a right front tire failure. He did not turn at all en route into turn number 1. Wallops the outside wall, and much like Carson Hocevar a little earlier, limps down the backstretch minus most of the right front assembly.
No. I was literally just getting ready to say, felt like the brakes were getting ready to go, and I was getting the back off. Wish I would have. Sorry.
Trouble turn 2. Noah Gragson wallops the outside wall. I think we've seen this before. Christopher Bell gets turned. Around he goes. Everybody scatters at the exit of turn number 2. Christopher Bell comes away unscathed. Busch has got the lead by about a half a car length, but can he slide down across the nose? So far, he's not done it. Kyle Busch around the outside. Got him in turn 2. Kyle Busch back to the lead. Either up and into the wall. Couple of cars are in the fence. Austin Dillon is one. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. the other. They separate and drive away. Sideways, Bubba Wallace hammers the wall. He lost the handle going into turn 1. Slides up, rocks the safer barrier, rides it all the way to the exit of turn 2.
Kyle Busch will clear Kyle Larson already as they race to turn 1.
A spectacular restart for Kyle Busch. He'll lead the way into turn 1. Drops down to the bottom. Kyle Larson passed on the outside by Denny Hamlin. Here comes Hamlin onto the back bumper of Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch, 1 to go. White flag is in the air, and he is driving away. The battle is from second on back.
He's leaving it all behind him. He's got a 5-car length lead into turn 1. Hamlin is second. Joey Logano to the inside on Kyle Larson. Final time off 2, and it's all Kyle Busch.
Got the lead out to 3-car lengths. Now it's 4. Denny Hamlin rides second. Another 5-car lengths back to Larson and Logano in a battle for third. Back into turn 3 for the final time. Kyle Busch, the race leader.
By 5 car lengths up off turn number 4. Kyle Busch looks up, sees the checkered flag. Kyle Busch will win the Enjoy Illinois 300 presented by Ticket Smarter at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
5-5. We're going to get win number 3, baby. Come on. Woo, yeah! Yeah, baby! Awesome job, man. Oh, hell yeah, Kyle. Nice job, dude. Earned that one.
Up, Kyle. Ain't nobody I'd rather have in that situation than you, buddy. You do it. Good job, man. Great job, all you guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Thanks, RC. Great job, Randall. Nothing like winning at home, man.
That's how it sounded yesterday at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Kyle Busch, the number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevy Camaro team, striking gold for the 3rd time in 2023. They won earlier this year at Fontana. They've won at Talladega. And now, Petey, they add the 1.25 miles to their winning resume for 2023.
Yes, 3 times for Richard Childress Racing, 63 times now in his Cup career for Kyle Busch. And lesson learned again, Mike, never listen to what a race car driver tells you on Saturday, because after practice on Saturday, Kyle said, we're not very good. But they worked on that race car every time they had an opportunity to get that race car better on Saturday. Got it better, went out there and won the pole, and wound up leading 121 laps on his way to picking up another win there. And remember, Kyle was in the mix last year in this race when he was with Joe Gibbs Racing. He and Joey Logano battled out down the stretch there. So certainly seems like Worldwide Technology Raceway and Kyle Busch go hand in hand together, and a big win for Richard Childress Racing on Sunday afternoon.
You know, the track, just looking at it, it looks to be non-intrusive. 1.25 miles. Yeah, the ends are different. It seems to be what would appear to be a run-of-the-mill racetrack. But it would appear that that track has put a thorn in a lot of sides in that Cup garage, whether they be on the War Wagon or behind the wheels of those race cars. It was a handful for a lot of folks all weekend long, Truck Series included.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And it wasn't so much like even in the Truck Series, as you mentioned, tire wear wasn't really that big of an issue, but wear and tear was. And we saw attrition on Saturday. We saw mechanical issues yesterday. Some teams having some brake rotor issues there because of those very long straightaways and somewhat tight turns. So you're right. It's a very unique racetrack for sure. I've been going there a lot of years, obviously, with the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, now only 2 times for the Cup Series. But it was definitely a handful. And then you throw in the conditions, and it was in the mid-90s all day Saturday, all day yesterday. We had the lightning in the area, so that unfortunately delayed things for a couple of hours. So it was a long day, Baggy. It really was at the end of it all. It was interesting because we were talking about, well, last week you had NASCAR's longest race, the 600. This is just 300 miles. It's going to be a walk in the park, right? Well, it almost turned out to be the same length of time when you tack everything together of what happened down there in St. Louis on Sunday.
A couple of shout-outs for some finishers inside of the top 10. You had Daniel Suarez giving Trackhouse Racing a presence because Ross Chastain was not anywhere near that. And then you also had Michael McDowell. Front Row Motorsports had challenges early on, able to rally back. And that Ford Mustang had speed in it yesterday. And matter of fact, he finished in position number 9.
And again, another guy last year in this race who ran very well. So Michael McDowell has a pretty good handle on Worldwide Technology Raceway. Now, you mentioned Trackhouse Racing. Incidentally, one of the things that happened to Michael early is he had contact from the other Trackhouse Racing driver, Ross Chastain, when Ross got down low in those rumble strips and made contact with Michael. But the other side of that equation, to your observation, good run for Daniel Suarez, a much-needed good run for Daniel Suarez. We're going to a racetrack this weekend where he scored his first career Cup win a year ago at Sonoma, so it'll be nice to go back out there for that team that has not had a lot to celebrate so far this year with a nice top 5 finish in St. Louis on Sunday.
You were boots on the ground over the weekend, just across the banks of the Mississippi from St. Louis. What are some of your general observations just about being there at the racetrack and all that the track produced this weekend?
Well, I'll say this: you said this before when you go to certain markets and you know there's a race happening, and then certain markets you're like, what are you doing here? You knew there was a race going on. That community down there has embraced the fact that NASCAR, and as I said, NASCAR has been going there a while with the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, but for the second time with the Cup Series. I mean, that track is all in on promotion. Curtis Francois, Chris Blair, John Beashey, that whole crew does a great job down there. And the energy was high, Mike. I mean, they had all sorts of things going on. They had concerts going on all day. You had a full day on Saturday with the truck race as the centerpiece, practice qualifying. Yesterday, again, if you've watched it on Fox or listened here on the channel, you could just feel the energy there. So I think that NASCAR and the Cup Series, despite the challenges yesterday, I think they found a home there outside St. Louis, and I hope that continues to grow, and getting in and out of there and all of that seemed to be pretty good. They did a nice job, I thought, in traffic. As for the track itself and the racing itself, I mean, it's good. I think it's unique. It's not quite a short track. It's not quite a mile and a half. It's somewhere in the middle. And I think that you saw that on Saturday, some close contact and some drivers not happy with one another. And I think you saw that yesterday as well. But when you boil it all down, I think NASCAR and the Cup Series now has a nice presence there in the middle of our country outside of St. Louis.
Coming up on the show, when we return, you'll hear from the top 5 finishers from yesterday's Enjoy Illinois 300. Also coming up, bottom of the hour, give you headline check number 1. Then we'll segue into checkered flags and black flags from the racing weekend at 866 Pit Lane. Also on Twitter at SiriusXM NASCAR, hashtag TMD NASCAR. In hour number 2, we'll recap our picks, our prop bets, our fantasy teams. Got the calendar for you at around 8:50 this morning. Rudy Fugel, William Byron's crew chief, will join us in the 9 a.m. Eastern hour. Matter of fact, he'll kick off our 3rd hour this morning. We'll also recap the Pacific Office Automation 147 for the Xfinity Series in Portland, the Toyota 200 for the trucks at Gateway, and a whole lot more as we continue through together this Monday, June 5th, 2023. TMD is brought to you in part by our friends at Boot Barn. Boot Barn, proud supporters of the West.